When you want to start your own e-commerce store, you have a lot of options available. And when you search this thing on Google, Google is ready to show you 4 ads on the top showing you that these are the best platforms. However, the reality hits differently. My name is Rana Jayant, and in this video, I'm going to show you how Shopify gets compared to WooCommerce, what kind of features you should be looking at, and what features you should not be looking at, because you may end up purchasing a product that has a lot of features that you'll never use. But we'll look at the important features that you'll be using so that you can make your decision at the end of the video and save you money. Alright, let's get to the comparison. Now, the very first part is how hard it is to get started. Well, it's not very hard to get started. You can simply get started by creating an account on Shopify and you can make your store. However, if you want to start an WooCommerce portal, then in that case, you have two options. One, you can go on WordPress.com and create your account, or you can actually get this hosted on a server and then first install WordPress on it and then install WooCommerce, and after that do the general configuration that is needed in both the parts. So the initial thing that you need to do is that you will have to set up a server with domain and then install WordPress along with WooCommerce. And after that, the process is going to be almost similar. Once that is done, then the cost to create will become lower because you have an open source system that can reduce your overall cost. With WooCommerce, you don't really have to pay any platform fee for that. You can simply attach your PayPal, or you can put any other payment gateway. And most of the payment gateway plugins are available for free. That means that you can simply install the plugin and you'll be able to configure it, and you don't have to pay any extra charges for using external third-party payment gateway. However, in the Shopify, you have to pay 2%, which is really bad of Shopify. It kills the profit. Generally, what happens that when you start your store, you have to run advertisement. And when you run ads become expensive over a period of time, and you tend to save every penny you can so that you can pay to your manufacturer, you can pay to your team, and you can pay for the delivery charges and so on and so forth. So what I mean to say here is that you don't have to pay for everything. You should save wherever you can, and through WooCommerce you are able to save on the overall hosting, which is $30 for Shopify minimum charges, and which is not really a big deal for WooCommerce. You can just pay $5 to hosting or $10 to hosting, or you can host on HostGator or Hostinger or Bluehost. Although I don't suggest this small players, but you can still start with a very small budget and it will cost you quite lower for the whole year. Maybe you can get the whole hosting for $50 for the whole year. And yes, it's possible to get that. Now, if you talk about flexibility, WooCommerce is very much customizable. That means that you'll be able to add new features in it. You'll be able to add new theming. You'll be able to add even though some advanced integration with API. However, with Shopify, you don't have all this freedom. You have very limited freedom. That means that you can install a plugin, but then it comes with 30 days trial or 45 days trial, 60 days trial. Or you can also install a theme. Again, it has similar restrictions. It has very limited number of themes available on its store because most of the theme owners are willing to make money out of it rather than giving it community away. So once that is done, then you move ahead towards support. What kind of support do you get on both the platforms? Well, on WooCommerce, you have community-based support and third-party help. Now, community-based support is basically like a forum where you can go and you can complain about it, and then someone will respond you. And most of the questions will be answered by default. When you search on Google, you'll find an answer. And nowadays you have ChatGPT, so you can ask ChatGPT directly and it will help you. Along with that, you also have a lot of videos that people have made on WooCommerce that you can see and you can watch and you can fix your things. However, with Shopify, you have a dedicated support. It's not really dedicated to you. It's shared among a lot of customers. But then, yes, there will be someone who will be able to answer you. Now, let's go towards scalability. Now, scalability is something that is part of WooCommerce as well as Shopify, Shopify, because it has its own hosting, it can scale without having technical expertise. However, if you are on WooCommerce, then in that case, you would require some kind of technical expertise to upgrade your server. Now, if you are using something like DigitalOcean, even though if you are a little technical, you'll be able to do those migrations and it will be quite easier. A couple of clicks and the migration will be done. Well, we did the most important comparisons here. Which one is good for you? Well, if you are tech savvy and you are conscious on the budget, then WooCommerce is the option you should go for. If you are someone who is looking for convenience, then you should go with Shopify.